Hi guys, this was my third attempt at making this video tonight. Um, yeah, what happened was I feel like I was rambling too much and I'm not getting to the point. It's 10 o'clock, so, um, 10 o'clock and, oh, there's Marble. She looks like a little, meerkat. Hi, Marble. Anyways, she loves to be in my videos. It's fine. 10 o'clock at night, I'm wearing my Friday the 13th shirt. I got my glowing skull over there. Marble's hanging out. I got my Eiffel Tower. I'm trying to be real quick. I just smoked a cigarette, but it's okay. Oh my gosh. See, do you see that? Every time, it's my TV stand and it's really kind of weak because every time she jumps up, it goes like that. Anyways, and I also did show my Bath and Body Works haul, but I don't think anyone really cares, do you? I'll show you anyways. I got this. I think I'm going to, oh yeah, I talked about my last job. I said the baseball game is on. And I used to make uniforms for the MLB. I was in, I had my own department by myself. I worked at night. I worked 4:30 to 3 in the morning, Monday to Thursday. And I didn't like working at night, but I liked being by myself. I made good money, but, I quit working there because I felt pressured because I was going to New Orleans and whatever. I wasn't happy there. I just wasn't happy with the hours. I think I'm going to shut the TV off. Hold on. I shut the TV off because there's a bluish glow, but I guess it's not from the TV. And this webcam doesn't give me the option to change up the hues and whatnot, so I'll just turn it back on. Whatever. Did you just hear that noise? It's so loud outside. I was talking a lot too last time. I did have a lot to say. Oh. Major leagues this season. Strike one now on Bregman. Okay. Sorry. I did smoke a cigarette. What else was I talking about? I had deer meat from last year. My neighbor gave me it. It was frozen, and I decided to use it because I got sick of seeing it. And I made deer meat burgers, which I had. They were good. I put some bacon in it, parsley and like spices and stuff. Tomorrow I'm gonna make deer meat chili. Okay, so after I said I was talking about my last job where I had the weekends, and I was also talking about how now I have off in the middle of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Last night I worked though. On Halloween I worked. But I'm really want the weekends back. I'm sick of working on the weekends. During the summer, when I had off during the week, I'd hang out with people around here, my friends and neighbors. Excuse me. Because a lot of people don't work that live here. They don't work. So I was just hanging out, because it was nice outside. It's too cold to do that now. And I'm getting, I don't know. My college, I get brochures about the community college around here, and I decided to take, I was deciding if I should take acrylic or illustrating children's stories, right? So, I gotta sneeze again. Excuse me. Oh man. So I took the children's illustrating children's stories. I could show you some of my sketches if you care or whatever, because I have an idea that I want to do. Let me just drink a beer. I had to explain to the people that work at they see me all the time. They like when I get beer. Like usually I haven't had time to just sit here at home and relax because I really just wanted to make a video and drink some beer, maybe smoke a cigarette and chat. Because I actually like doing this. I don't know why. Maybe it's therapeutic. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just something that I do. I don't know why I do. Oh no, that cat is back. She's gonna knock over my camera. She's like really trying to knock over the wire, because if she does that, it's gonna shut off my camera and I'm just gonna stop filming. I think she gets all wired up when I'm like doing these, and it makes her comfortable. I don't know. But anyways, let's continue on with what I'm trying to say. I should write notes so I can keep on track, because otherwise I'm gonna ramble. So yeah, I took the illustrating class, and that was on Wednesday nights, and it was 6 weeks, 6 classes every Wednesday night. So tonight was the last one, and I'm going to tell you about my little story. I'll show you a couple sketches. Be right back. Okay, but the thing I wanted to say is, like I said, I like to sit down here in my house and chill, drink beers, chat, or make food. I like to cook. I don't cook, like I never do, because I never am home during the cooking dinner hours. That's why I made a venison burger, and anyways, I bought a bunch of groceries today. But yeah, my class is 7 to 9, so sometimes I just want to like hang out and start drinking beer at like 7, because I feel like 10 o'clock at night is too late. You know what I mean? Because it kind of is, because it's a Wednesday night. It's not like I'm in New York City, and if you're in New York City, you go out at 11. I mean, you don't have to drink, but hey, I worked all week and this and that, and I don't work tomorrow. So that's why I'm drinking some beer. I'm allowed to. I'm an adult. And I drink this. It's yummy. Okay. So, my children's illustrating class, it was composed of 5 people, but we went down to 4 people because it was this really interesting character. He was an interesting character. His name is Thornton, and first day he came in he always wears these like business, like tweed blazers, and like this hat that looks like a news reporter hat with the cards in it. This big guy with glasses and curly hair. I think he had like Asperger's, because people with Asperger's, they usually, or maybe a little autism or something, but it's alright. I mean, I understand, that's fine. They really like certain things, and he really liked picture books. That's what they call them. I guess that's what it's called. And but the thing is, he talks a lot, and he goes to a lot of conventions, and he likes to share what he learned at conventions, which is cool. Because last week when he wasn't there, because he was at the Highlights convention, I said he knows a lot. He goes to a lot of conventions. And today he said something. He made a comment like, "I know I talk a lot," and he said something, and it kind of sounded like what I said about him last week, but I wasn't being mean about it. I was just saying he does know a lot, and I didn't say he's regurgitating the things he learned at these conventions. I'm just saying, what I picked up on. But I don't know. And then the teacher, she illustrated a lot of children's books herself, and she's an artist. And then there was another older guy that he's an older guy. The guy Thornton was like 20. The other guy was like a grandfather, and he wanted to write children's book for his granddaughter. I'll tell you. And the other girl, I think she was like my age maybe, and she had daughters, and she was an artist too. But she also kind of was like talks a lot, but she shared her information, but sometimes she would talk too much, and I'd like zone out. Like every time, when you're in a class, there's always that one person. If you let them talk, they'll keep talking and talking, and like she's like, but she was helpful and useful. But the teacher didn't talk. Didn't really. The classes were more not really geared towards our children's stories, but we did work on it. And I actually have to say, I do have my story more, in my head, because like, let me tell you, I went to school for graphic design, so I know Illustrator, and I know Photoshop and Flash animation. So I really want to start doing that again. I'm gonna need another one of these, but hold on. So my neighbors are out there looking for baby. Anyways, so yeah, when I went to school, oh yeah, the last time I was like, why are you smoking cigarettes if all you do is cough? So when I was going to school for graphic design, I had an idea and I did it on Flash. It was a little animation and it was called Beauty the Halloween Cat. And the reason why it was named such a generic name, such as Beauty, is because my niece at the time, she was like Sage, the girl that did her little makeup tutorial. I don't know why I uploaded that though. But she was just a little girl, and we found, oh yeah, one day we went trick-or-treating on Halloween with Sage, and we came back and there was this little black kitten on the porch, and we decided to keep this little black kitten, and my niece named her Beauty. Either it was for Sleeping Beauty or Beauty and the Beast, or both, because she named the other cat Ming Ming, and Ming Ming was part of the Wonder Pets, so she just named them after stuff she knew. So when I was in my class, that was like the time I was taking my class, I made an animation called Beauty the Halloween Cat, and it had a little girl in a witch's outfit, and it had this black cat that the little girl was following the cat. I had it on, it was online, but they had to take it down because the class ended, and since then I wish I saved it, and I tried to ask the professor for a disc of all my things, which he did give me, but I can't find it. I hate my artwork that I did. I hate when I can't find artwork that I did, because I did a lot of good artwork. That's why I like taking art classes so much, is because you can actually create and do really, really good things, you know what I mean? But like, usually when you do an art class, you have stuff to show for it. This one, I think she was kind of like testing it out, because we had to fill out a thing about what we liked about this class, and it was anonymous, but I wrote my name on it. Hold on. You know, my neighbor's probably wondering why the TV is off, like it's so quiet in here, and he probably hears me talking, and he's probably being nosy, like. Anyways, that was an ugly face, sorry. I could talk much louder, but I don't want my voice to travel over to where my neighbor is coughing and smoking a cigarette. So, when I'm assured that he's inside, then maybe I'll talk a little bit louder, but I feel very self-conscious right now. Not gonna lie. But I made that little animation, you know, and I made it for my niece. So, yeah. Yes, I do want to have kids, but we'll see about that. Like, right now, it's just, I gotta figure it out. Yeah, because, sure. Anyways, so I'm gonna open this. Okay. I don't want that to be so loud, you know. So, yeah, so anyways, that's what my story is based on. And at first it was kind of like, because when I did the animation, it was a very basic drawing, but it was cutesy. But I think now I want to, I really want to, like, I have an idea in my mind, and I'm not going to share the whole idea, but, you know, so this class was the last class, which I'm kind of happy because, you know, it frees up my Wednesday nights again, because before I really was like indebted to my class, but now it's like I have Wednesday night again, which is nice, you know. But it was a good class, but at the same time, we don't really have nothing to show for it. Maybe we do, I don't know. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you the sketches I did, but I wanted to say, yes, I got out at 9 o'clock. Oh, and the reason why I like to drink beer and make videos But I feel like, did I say this already? This is my third attempt at making this, so I don't know if I already said it. I said I feel like 10 o'clock at night is too late for me. I like to chill and drink at 7. You know, because it's late now. You know, I'm just chilling. I want to watch a show. Whatever. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. I felt like I really need to write down notes to see what I had to talk about. But now, yeah, now is my last class, and you know, I felt really weird. Did I already say that I explained to the people at the liquor store that I don't work during the week and that I just got off my class? They're probably like, why is she buying beer in the middle of the week? Whatever. You know. So I will show you some of my sketches, and I will tell you about what I want to do. At first, I wanted to be a picture book, but I think I'm going to incorporate it into rhymes, so it's going to sound a little more smooth when you read it. Because when you're just, I don't know if I should read the story because I don't want my idea stolen. They gave us this, and I'll show you some of my sketches. So the first class, we all had to share. Oh yeah, the one lady that said that she had an idea. One of the other students, she just stopped coming because she felt like she couldn't draw, so she felt intimidated, I think, and she just stopped coming to class. But the first class, we all told our ideas, our character ideas, and it's funny because Thornton's his story changed, because the first story he had, his first idea, you can't really see it, was a fox, like a little surprise fox. So I drew what I thought his character would look like right there, and there's the fox sitting down. So let me tell you about his story, but first let me show you the lady that stopped coming. She had a pretty Persian cat with a flip in her hair, so I drew that. And then the guy with his granddaughter incorporated off of a spaniel dog. That was like his dog, so I drew that. Oh, and I drew another Persian cat. And then the other girl, her idea was, her first idea, she changed it since. It was one of those fish with the lights on the front, and she actually had a really good story idea, but I'm not going to steal it, but it was a good idea. The teacher helped her figure out the story idea. Oh, and another thing I got, when we started looking at the books and she's like opening it, I got like kind of ASMR from that, because I remember, you know, when someone reads you a children's story, it's just feeling the package of the book and everything and the way they read it. It's just like, it's very like relaxing to me, and to a lot of people, I'm sure. And then this is my idea. Well, that's the little witch girl that I was thinking about, my story character. That was the original drawing, but it changed since. So the next week I saw that Thornton's character changed from a fox to a witch girl. So I'm like, that was my idea, but I never said anything. You can't even see this. Well, they're going trick-or-treating. That's like one sketch, because I was trying to come up with a sketch. Her name is Susie. She went trick-or-treating with her family. Of course, when I turn it into a children's book, I'm going to really work on the artwork with color and ink. Then I changed the character to this little girl. Oops. And that's Susie, and that's some of her expressions when she doesn't want to leave, because she wants to keep trick-or-treating. I drew a cat, but this cat looks very weird. Let's see what else. The Halloween cat. Here is another book. Of course, that was when he was leading her into the woods, where she could get more candy. I have my story. some more little mock-ups or whatever you want to call it. Well, that's just to get the general idea, really. And I drew her being shocked when the cat starts talking to her. But then I switched it up a bit because that one was kind of like, I didn't like that idea, so I changed it more to this. So the cat, it kind of has more dimension and detail. And then she's like, where? And we see the family walking away. And then she's like, follow me, and she's all excited because she wants more candy. And then she was like dancing around with the candy, all happy, and it's going to be really colorful. But my ideas, of course, I'm going to make, I think I'm going to actually do this on Illustrator, and I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to animate it that way. Or I can use colored pencils, or like Prismacolor, or we'll see. But I do want to work on it, and I'm going to incorporate it into rhymes. And because the story, it just doesn't, it flows better when it's rhyming for kids' books. I feel like this is a really boring video. I'm sorry if it's not like so interesting. But I'm getting bored too, and I just want to sit back and just watch some YouTube myself. Yeah, so and then we got some actual places that you can self-publish or even publish it and sell it. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to do. It's going to be quite some time, I'm sure. But I think I really want to focus on the artwork. I need to get Illustrator and just sit down and, you know, really work on it, because I really like to publish a book. That's like one of the goals I've had since I was a child myself. You know what I mean? So it'd be really interesting to do that. I don't know. Should I smoke a cigarette for cigarette's sake? I don't know. Maybe in a little bit. I just want to sit down and relax, maybe watch Stranger Things. Well, anyways, thank you for listening to this.